I think we are live. Yup, attic cam. I've been banished to the attic. Self banished, imposed exile. What's up, James? Happy New Year. Hip Metalworks, Happy New Year. Christian Hunter, Happy New Year. Ripley, my knees hurt. Frank C, Happy New Year. Strat CPO, Happy New Year. Juan Blanco, Happy New Year. Green Meanie, yeah, attic cam. Everything okay? Can you hear me okay? This is the attic. The old attic. Yeah, a little change of venue. You know, get me up here. Yeah, that's a drawing of Mr. Burns. It's my source of inspiration. Hold on. Whenever I was working on some stuff and, you know, was negotiating, I would just turn and go, "What do you think, Burnsy?" Drawn by David Silverman, and of course signed by Harry Shearer. Everything sound good? Sounds good, looks good. Bobby's in the house. No, the lighting isn't as good up here. I'm working off of regular old crappy lights. This is actually a Steve Vai amp. It sounded really good coming through the speakers up here, so I kind of stuck with it. So who else we got here? We got Ronnie Ward, Happy New Year. Yeti Matsi, Happy New Year. Alex, Happy New Year. Tim Thomas, Happy New Year. Landon Bailey, Happy New Year, buddy. I'll be negative soon. I might even be negative now, but we'll find. I'll give you the whole story in a couple minutes. SMY Tree, Coots 13, Random, Ogre Lord, Sassy Cat, Ronnie Ward, Juan Blanco. Sound is excellent. Good. How come I'm in a different location? Well, it started when my wife was brewing a pot of coffee. I'm like, "Did you even press the start button?" She's like, "I did." I'm like, I don't think you did. And I went in the kitchen and the pot was halfway full. And I was like, "I can't smell that pot of coffee." Wait, what? Sounds good. Good. Yeah, I think it is the carbon. I'll give you the number on it. Let me tell you, what is that? That's a good question. What is that amp? It's a VL100. Is that a Carvin VL100? Or is that is that his new thing there? I don't even know. Exactly, it's COVID cam. Though I'm feeling like I'm whacking this thing. I should have put this on the other side. You know, I still might be able to. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this down so that you're not. You know, I'm just gonna turn this off for a second so that you don't hear the banging and the clunking. All right. Check. I don't look sick. I look great. You know what? So I think I was actually feeling it. You know what? I might even move this camera over here. I feel like that's more like directly in front of me now. I think I started feeling it like actually at the last live show. I think I was like a little extra tired, and I was like, because I'm like triple vaxxed, and I don't go anywhere. Although I had gone out. We went out on Christmas Eve, right? We went to the mall. So I'm like, I'm probably fine, right? I can literally hear people out in front. Like, you gotta be, I'm doing a little fucking live show here, people. Anyway, so I was like, boy, that's a little weird, a little weird that, I couldn't smell anything. And so I went in and I took my temperature, and it was like 99.8. And I'm like, well, it's not really high, but geez, that's a little high. And so so Sunday came, and that's when I couldn't smell the coffee, right? So Christmas was Saturday. We did the show that night. It was really the next day I couldn't smell the coffee brewing. And our coffee is so dark and so friggin' strong. I did seem a little tired last week, I swear to God. And then I started noticing like my arms were aching. Like if I twisted my arms, like the muscles hurt. I had like some muscle aches. It felt like they were swollen, but they weren't swollen. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? So I was a little, I was like, I'm triple vaxxed. I was just friggin' boosted like in October. I'm like, you're fine. And then I have like cold-like symptoms, right? Kind of like a runny nose, and that's about it. And so I was like, oh, you're fine. But my daughter's boyfriend, who's trying to avoid COVID, right, because they won't let him back in college if he gets it. So he's so worried about getting it, he wouldn't come over. And so she was all bummed out. And so she basically was like, they just got some tests in over at the Walgreens. He's actually going to go buy a test and bring it over. And I was like, okay, I'll take the test, right? And that was Tuesday night. So I'm sort of staying away from everybody that they get the test. And I take the test and positive. And so I text my wife. I go, positive. She's like, yikes. She ran right out and bought 4 more tests. She would have bought more, but it was a limit of 4 per person. So she went out, drove right back up there and bought 4 tests and came back. And they all tested, right? When they got back, everyone else in the family tested, all negative. I'm the only one who's positive. So it's the type of test that you have to take 2 tests like between 24 and 36 hours apart. So they recommend taking it as close to 24 hours, but not less than 24 hours. So you got to wait 24 hours. So I waited like 25 hours. So I took one test like Tuesday night at like 6:30, and it came back positive. And I was like, And then like Wednesday, I took another test, and it came back positive. And they all took their tests, and they all came back negative. So I was like, So once we sort of knew for sure, I think starting pretty much, Tuesday, I've been sort of camping out in the attic and just sort of staying up here. And the funny thing is like right before this all happened, I had been on Amazon, and they had a story on the news saying, those paper masks, those paper filtration masks, unless everybody wears them, they're no good. They don't really protect you. What it does is just protect spittle from going out at like an alarming rate. So it doesn't really protect you. It protects others. So if everyone doesn't wear one, and there are plenty of places where, 30 to 40% of the people won't wear a mask. Depends. Costco, they all wear one, but Home Depot, no one wears one. It just depends on the place. Then it doesn't really work. You have to wear like a KN95 or an N95 if you want to protect yourself. So I said, let me just take a look. And so I went on Amazon, and they had the KN95 masks, $11 for 50. I was like, done. I buy 50, $11. They show up, and they had showed up like on Christmas Eve on the 24th. So now I'm like, I should probably be breaking out these KN95 masks. So I started wearing those. By the day after I tested positive, I just said, let me just see what they're going for on Amazon. They're up to 25. I checked there this morning. They were up to 50. 50 for the same pack I paid $11 for. So there's it seems like there's a little bit of gouging going on for the KN95 masks right now. I paid $11 for 50, which might have been a deal. I don't know. But anyway, so I was pretty glad that I had those, actually, just to be able to wear around the house, just so I don't infect anyone else. I would say it's almost it's almost certainly Omicron, right? Because my what's today, Saturday? My smell and taste came back 2 days ago, for 30 to 50%. And then yesterday it was back like 70 to 80%. And today it's back like 100%. I don't think that it's hindered, I could totally smell and taste everything. So, although I will say that last Sunday night, my wife had run out, and they were up near a Wendy's, and they're like, "Oh, the kids want Wendy's. Do you want anything?" I said, "Yeah, just get me a biggie bag, a little biggie bag, biggie bag, right?" And I had like I wasn't really hungry. I had like the nuggets and the ghost pepper stuff there, and that's got a lot of flavor. I could taste those, but that night I went back and I said, I'm a little hungry. It was like 10:30. Let me go heat up the burger. And I couldn't taste a damn thing. I was like, this is a weird sensation to eat food and not taste anything at all. It was like, this is a little bizarre. And, I didn't really get, I'd say like 2 days ago, what's today, Saturday? Yeah, so Thursday, it started to come back a little bit. So it was very short-lived. My temperature was back to normal by like Thursday, and now my symptoms are mostly gone, but they say to sort of like hibernate for like a week. So I'm just going to stay up here and just hang out here until, tomorrow would be a week since I started showing symptoms. But I'm probably going to hang out until like Monday or Tuesday, and then I'll take the second test. We have one test left that I didn't take, and it's actually 2 tests in the kit. I'll see if I'm negative. But if I'm not, then I'm kind of screwed because it's hard to get a test right now. And so, like, if I blow through that test and it comes back, I'm still positive, I'm still left in the lurch until I get a negative test. Kind of sucks. Juan Blanco says it's been over a year. My smell is still shot. That's so funny you say that, because I have a friend in the UK, and I was sort of Facebook chatting with him, and he said it took him 5 to 6 months to get his smell and taste back. I said, "Oh my God, well that sucks." I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. You know what? The one thing they don't tell you. Okay, the biggest loss, you can't smell your own farts. Oh, everybody loves their own brand. You let one rip, it's good. Nothing. That's the loss they never tell you about. They say you can test positive for up to 90 days. So what I've heard is that if once you test positive, that PCR test, which I guess is incredibly sensitive, they go like if like 99% of people are going to test positive on that because it's so damn sensitive. I took the antigen test, which seems to be more realistic in its outcome. I was worried because Bobby was over to shoot that video the day before Christmas Eve. All right, so that's the 23rd. I don't know if I had it then. I was so worried that he was going to show symptoms, but as far as I know, and we've been texting back and forth, he hasn't shown symptoms. So that's good. It was really, really worrying me because then he doesn't know. He's not showing any symptoms, but then he goes and sees like a parent and gets them sick. You know what I'm saying? It all just cascades. Hence, it's a pandemic. Oh, now I get it. See, everybody and oh, right. I'm gonna burn sulfur in the attic when it's over. Sure. Actually, I have a really good system. I keep a fan. You can't really see it, but it's behind me. I keep a fan in this window, and it's blowing out. Right, it's always blowing out. In fact, I get double, fans going out, and it really does put a real pull on the door downstairs. So when they open the door, they'll like leave me some food on the stairs. It's like so bad. Thank you. Like a friggin' Hunchback of Notre Dame up here. They have a strong backwind that's dragging air up. In fact, they've told me they've noticed it. So it's just a way to put like a negative pressure on the room up here. So when they open the door, there's a big push up. So all the wind is coming from behind them, and it's all dragging upstairs instead of having it go down and maybe infect them. Because I'm not wearing a mask up here. It's the whole point of me going up here. So I don't have to wear a mask. It's like, I'm not doing that. I don't even like wearing it going downstairs, And I'll tell you this much. Those paper masks are a lot easier to wear than that friggin' KN95. That thing is like, it's a lot tighter to your face and a lot harder to breathe through. So. I tell you, the other thing is, Buddy's been sneezing a lot. They say you can give it to your friggin' cats. Is that true? Because that would suck. I don't want my little buddy cat to get sick. But yeah, he's been up here with me, and he's been coughing and sneezing. I'm like, no, buddy cat. Then he's gonna go downstairs and give it to everybody else. Yes, right, Scott. It just helps keep stuff out of the air. Exactly. Yeah. And so if everyone doesn't buy in, then it doesn't work, right? And I even got the flu shot and everything, but I've never had a loss of smell and taste with the flu. I actually have with a cold, right? I'm sure you've had a cold where you're like, I can't even taste or smell this food, right? Because your nose is so friggin' stuffed up, right? You got nothing, and most of taste is from smell. Right, so once you lose your sense of smell, because your nose is all plugged up, you don't really taste the food. Doesn't really taste, doesn't really have any flavor. This was different. My nose was open. I could breathe, and nothing. I was like, huh. Yeah, any mammal can get it, right? Cats can get it, yeah. Yeah, so I hope he's okay. Yeah, I'm up in the attic. I know. I saw that about Mary Richardson. What a fixture around here. Oh, thanks, Tony. Happy 2022 for the C19 Recovery Fund. Down that SOB and coffee. You know what, Tony? You're bringing up a good point. Oh, that's good coffee. I know, Rip Betty White. One of my favorite scenes on the Mary Tyler Moore Show was, she did the cooking segment, right? And she's on camera, and she opens the oven, and the oven had never been turned on. And she spins around with a big smile. She goes, "Oh, someone forgot to turn on the oven. Well, anyway, let's go." And then they cut, and she goes, "Who didn't turn on the damn oven?" like the flip of the switch. God, I loved her in that. Betty White. Oh, my God. The best. For Sumatra only. I hear you, bro. In fact, Buzz, I saw you last night on Rick's stream. I saw a bunch of people on Rick's stream last night. Exactly, when Mickey was banging the pangolin. I think it was Randy, actually. Look, we're not going to get into who banged the pangolin. Did anybody see the new one? I love the new South Park. I finally caught both. I loved it. I thought it was great. They goof on NFTs and the whole 9 yards. I thought it was great. I've worked in a hospital. Masks keep stuff from going out, not coming in. Exactly. Again, which is why they want everybody to wear one, because, right, the weak link is when someone doesn't. Yeah, great stream last night. I agree. And up here, I have the big projector. I have a 110-inch diagonal screen, but we don't have cable up here. We have we have a computer, so I can go to like Netflix or something like that. But when you want just like the news or something in the background, I have an ATSC converter. One of those set-top boxes, and an antenna up here. So I can watch football, right, tomorrow. And I watched, Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year. And it was pretty bad. I kind of sat over here and watched most of Rick's stream. That was on in the background, It was pretty awful. I don't know what else I could do to get other stuff up here. I have a full computer hooked up to it, and can get all that, and the tuner. That's pretty much it. What are you doing in the attic? Are we in trouble? No, I got the lung fever. I got bad news. You ever see that Phil Hartman? He's smoking, right? And it's like SNL. Everybody in the room smoking. He's like, "Listen, I got bad news for you. You got the lung fever." He's like, "How is that even possible, Doc?" "Listen, what you have to do is just keep smoking. Smoke and smoke and smoke, and we're going to try and flush it out." Yeah, right. The Weather Channel, like just a little background. Yeah, Kirshner and Clark. Don Kirshner's rock concert. I am the least rock and roll person you will ever meet. I'm Don Kirshner. Like, all these people. Don Kirshner. Jesus. That is really tasty. I just made it fresh. Yeah, the attic is the COVID confinement room, pretty much. And you know what? It could be worse. This room is like 30 feet by 20 feet, which is a pretty good size room. And it's really like 15 feet in one section across by 30 across, and then this is an outbreak here, and this is like 10 by 10. So like the maximum distance is like 25 feet. But really it's like 15 here. That's where the projector is. The projector is actually I think it's 12 feet back from the screen, and it's hanging from the ceiling. We got the new furniture here, so that was nice. Even my wife said, she's like, boy, you're pretty happy we got that furniture, because we just got it within the last year. I'm like, I am pretty happy. It's nice. Much nicer than the couch we bought in 1994. You know, that probably was ready to go in 2004, and we kept it until a year ago. So I only felt bad for like I would say definitely Sunday, without a doubt. I think I was feeling bad on Christmas. I think I was kind of tired in last week's stream. And probably Tuesday was or Monday was, so it's definitely Sunday. Monday was probably my worst day. And then Tuesday was pretty bad too. And then by Wednesday, I noticed that I went downstairs to make a coffee, and my wife had bought this new dishwashing detergent, next to the sink, liquid detergent. Like, I think it's Dawn, actually. I think it's Dawn liquid soap, Dawn liquid detergent, for dishes, dishwashing detergent. And it was this green apple, which is like, stick you in the eye with a knife level of green apple smell that I know now. But that day I was like, oh my God, I think I can smell that. And of course she's like, how couldn't you? I'm like, yeah, but it's just barely coming through. But I actually think I can smell that, but not really much. It took that level of like pungency to break through. But then like by the next day, by Thursday, I could smell that she was making coffee. Right. That was coming upstairs, and I was like, oh, there you go. And I got some food, and I could definitely start to taste it. I was like, oh, there you go. There you go. You're starting to get it back. It wasn't fully, right? But it went from a blank photo to a black and white photo. At least you got something. And then Thursday, it was really starting to come back Friday. And then, of course, I would say by Thursday night, I was noticing it. And then yesterday, which was Friday, it was 100% easily. No problem. So, who knows? I can tell you this much. My sister, who was unvaccinated, just had it, and she was really knocked out by it. I probably got it from her. Right. Even if I didn't, I'm still going to blame her. I mean, let's face it. And she's had cooties since we were kids. And, chicken soup is the cure. Actually, when I was really, I'm going to blame her. I'm going to blame her. Hey, what's up, Aljon? Oh, buddy. I'm just whining about my 3-day illness. Such a baby. Yeah, I was slightly put out for a couple of days. Actually, my symptoms were so friggin' mild. So, again, I was shocked. I was shocked when it came back. I'm like, it's funny because it's sitting in the vial and it's turning pink, and they're saying pink is positive. I said, well, I don't think the pink is going to go away. It's probably just going to get worse. And it just got darker and darker. I was like, oh, here we go. It's pink for positive. Exactly. God. So if I had to guess, I would say my sister probably got it and they gave it to me. And then, luckily, no one else in the family has it. The only one I'm worried about is Buddy, my little buddy cat. He's been sneezing. I'm like, little buddy. You know? So, I was triple vax, though. So, I mean, if I'm going to give, seeing how, assuming that my sister and I are a pretty similar biology, considering we're siblings, in her response to it and my response to it, yeah, I'd say the vaccine made a difference because I had very mild symptoms for a very short period of time. And she was like knocked out, like trying to get her doctor to write her. I think it's a sinus infection. He's like, yeah, we're not doing anything until we get a COVID test. And she came back positive. So, but Happy New Year, everybody. Aljon. Where did I get the test? I got it out of my local Walgreens, but the only reason why we were able to get it is because my daughter's boyfriend was really following where to get tests, and he found out that they had them at this local Walgreens. And so he ran over and got me a test because he wanted to come over and hang out with my daughter or have my daughter go over there. But he just needed me to test negative, having shown some symptoms. And when I tested positive, that was the end of that. She tested negative, so she might be able to go over there because she did test it. Everyone else tested negative. I'm the only one banished to the friggin' attic. Yeah, no, I'm sleeping in the attic. We actually have a bed up here as a guest room. Uh-oh. Buddy? Hold on a second. I can hear, hold on a second. I can hear Buddy crying. Hold on, bud. I'm going to text my son, too, because he's probably right there. I know, bud. Hold on. I think it is, Buddy. I like this tone. This is that one there with the carving. I think actually, let me give you a little bit more data about that. Oh no, okay. All right, never mind. It's just the Carvin lead channel. There was one that was the Carvin lead channel and it had a what was that? Seymour Duncan 805. Right, which is their version of the TS. Yeah, Buddy's gonna hold a yard sale and sell all my stuff out in the driveway. Buddy, that darn cat. I tell you, one thing that I discovered though is that my over-the-air channels, one of the channels is running a Godzilla Marathon. So I watched, Godzilla versus Monster 1, I think it is. And then right now they're doing Son of Godzilla, which is just amazing. And right, with Baby Godzilla. And then they're doing Godzilla versus I think Megalodon or Megalodon, one of them, and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. And then I think it's the return of Mechagodzilla. Buddy? Buddy? Ah! Buddy! Bud. What's the matter? Bud. Come on. Yeah. Bud. Oh, there you are. Buddy. I know I got this kind of blocking you. I know, Bud Man. He's a Bud Man. Oh. Buddy. I need you to purr into the mic. Did you catch that? That was a little purr right there. All right, we're gonna go like, yeah. Oh. Better. Okay, so Baby Godzilla is Pookie. Interesting. His name is Pookie. All right. Yeah, you wonder if that's where they got Wookiee from. Exactly. Buddy's like, are you running a show right now? Because, he's a bit of a camera hog. Yeah, when I turned it off to come on here, the spider had them trapped underground, and then I think it attacked Pookie, and then I want to say the praying mantis was making an appearance about that time. So good. Thought it was Godzuki. I don't even know. He would know more than I about that. Hold on, I feel like this has got to be. There we go. That's a little better. Tell us about your tone. Well, this tone is brought to you by THU. No EVH neck. You know what? They shipped it. I got a shipping notice. It's been shipped. It'll be here this week. And I'm kind of curious to see. I'm worried they put my logo on it because they asked me for a copy of that. I'm like, uh-oh. So we'll see. Yeah, so the patch started off with, it's just the rig and then reverb and delay. There it is. If you want it a little, But I like the reverb. And then as I always do, I like a delay. Thank God it isn't summer, probably hot as hell up there. It is hot as hell up here. And I swear to God, Mike, I said this same exact thing when this first happened. I said, oh, thank God this isn't summer, or I would be in huge trouble. Huge trouble. Can I downpick Master of Puppets? I don't even think I can play Master of Puppets. I wasn't a big Metallica guy. You can throw that on the pile of bands who I never really. The only riff I learned is. The only reason I even learned that is because it came out in 1983, and I had the Kramer from 1983, and I looked up all the songs from the metal songs from 1983, and it was on the list, so I learned it. Other than that, I don't even. I swear to God, I just don't. I've never bought in my entire life a single Metallica album, not one. So, you know. Thanks, Ronnie. I think I'm 99% recovered here. I'm just, you know what's the number one thing that's worrying me now is to take the test and not pass it. Now I'm just waiting it out so I can be sure when I take the stupid follow-up test, I'm going to be negative. That's the biggest worry. I do like the neural DSP stuff, but like a lot of the products like that, I think the Petrucci one, they finally threw a whole bunch of stuff in, but a lot of the neural DSP, from what I understand, is kind of stripped down. And that's sort of the thing. It's either kitchen sink and it kind of sounds crappy, right? Or it's not as much and it sounds really good, right? THU is one of the few ones that sort of does both, I don't have my little slider. Yeah, I think I'm 99%, Mike. I think I'm there. The only 1% left is not tested positive. Yeah, that's the other one. God, the kids used to play that at the music store. It pretty much supplanted. Right, that was the big riff in the music store, and then that came out, and that pretty much supplanted it. Watch them find out some people become lifetime carriers. Probably my sister. I'm still going to call her one even if she isn't. You goddamn lifetime carrier. Happy New Year, Dave. Yeah, you know what? The new Ibanez, so I didn't care for that much. I kind of liked a couple of them. Let me call that up here. Hold on. Can I do this? I actually spent a little bit of friggin' time today. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm hoping it's going to work. It may not work. It worked. So all I did was I went to Sweetwater because you can filter by, I think I have it set to pre-orders, right? So, right, this is all pre-order stock. So these are the guitars that haven't come out yet. These are all just on a pre-order. I was a little struck by this. I don't know if you can you see my mouse on here? I guess you kind of. Oh, there, now you can see it. There you go. I was kind of struck by this 61 Epi. That caught me off guard. I didn't know they were doing an Epi 61 reissue. That's actually pretty cool. And affordable, too. Yeah, this is it, right? Were these ones you're talking about, Ron? These new ones here, right? We'll open this in a new tab. Yeah. I don't like that they didn't veneer over the edge. I'm not crazy about that. And quite frankly, I'm not all that crazy about just straight up wood guitars. You know, I mean, it's got some, you know, I do like that neck though. I do like the inlays. And I like the fact that it's neck through. I got to say. And it's premium, so the fretwork is going to be like stellar. And then the other one is this one here. I think I like the look of this one better. Was this? They both? Yeah, no, okay. Well, I'd rather have the one with the trim. I'd rather have the trim one. And again, see how they cut off the, you know? Again, I kind of like that. I like the neck through. I like the look of the volute. Locking tuners, all pretty good. I'd rather it, it's got to me, if it doesn't have the edge, like that's what I need. But I think they make one that's both, right? Yeah, this one here. This is it. Let's open it in a new. Yeah, this one. I tell you what what I like about the inlays is that I swear to God, as I get older, I can't friggin' see them anymore. Right? I got a couple of guitars where those side dots like blend in, and I just can't. I'll give it this, like a lot of my Gibsons have very large and high contrasty side dots. Makes it much easier to see. I kind of like that with the fretboard inlays. It's like you can't miss which fret you're at because there's a giant fret marker. I actually really like the look of this one, I gotta say. I actually kind of like this one. I think they're DiMarzios, right? DiMarzio pickups. And again, it's a neck through. I'd say of the ones we've looked at so far, this one is looking pretty damn good. I don't even hate that finish because it doesn't look quite as just solid, straight up wood. At least there's a color. The other one's just too brown. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't feel like it's finished. Ebony fretboard. Nice fretwork. The fretwork on this is freaking stellar. Right? They ball end because it's the premium, and it's got the that one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just saying I could see myself with this one. That's pretty good. Kind of like that one. Problem is, if you're in America, no YouTubers getting Ibanez guitars. The German Ibanez, they work with YouTubers all the time, but the American one does not. This one I was just looking at earlier because I just like the color of it. I just think it's cool. I like Satriani's stuff. I like the one he did in the. He did a muscle car orange and a muscle car red. I think I like the muscle car red one. This is probably what, muscle car blue. Let me give it some name. What are they calling it? Sky blue. That's very creative. Oh my God. It's imagination, 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 imagination. Oh my God, that coffee is wicked good. Yeah, I think Muscle Car Red. I think Muscle Car, exactly, Robin Egg Blue, right, Ripley? I mean, Jesus. I think it looks like a sky blue. Ooh, never heard of that before. Sky blue, wow. Yeah, trademark it. God. Actually, I kind of look like the look of that white one too. Open a link in a new window here. Oh yeah. Nice. Kind of like that. A good look. All right, what else do we got here? Shout them out. If you see one you like. I know I got the wicked lung fever. I got the lung fever. If you see one you like, just shout it out. I'm just sort of scrolling down. I think this is all of them. Yeah, see, there's no page numbers. So if you see one you like, just shout it out. I mean, do I like this? Yes. Yeah, this is what's causing me consternation. Yeah, I'm quarantined to the attic. I've been living off of tenderloin and lobster biscuits. It's been a nightmare. I kind of like the look of this. I don't like those inlays, though. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. No, totes brutes, bro. Totes brutes. I do like the top, and I do like the fact that it has a Sustainiac pickup. Not a big reverse headstock guy, though. You know, I just feel like it looks like my Amarok, but it's like double the money. Although it does have a bridge, the Amarok does not. The Amarok doesn't have a trim. You know, it's got a. And someone said the back of the Amarok looked like it was like a little off. Yeah, they make the two lowest strings longer. They actually move them slightly back. I think it's to get the brake angle out of the body a little bit farther back, right? Yeah, I know what you're saying, but that seems to be a thing. The Larry Carlton. Larry Carlton makes a T7 by Sire? Larry Carlton? Weird. I do not think of a Telly when I think of Larry Carlton. Or a Strat. Think of an ES335. I guess he was playing a Strat a little bit, wasn't he? Now that I think about it. But Valley Arts. I think of like Valley Arts guitars. You like the white Schecter? Where was it? This one here, the Jack Fowler. These are all the new ones. This is everything that's on pre-order. This is all the pre-order. So it looks like roasted maple neck. Boy, that's become a thing now, huh? It's straight up. I hate to say it, though. I'm just not a Perloid pickguard guy. I'd have to replace that pickguard like the day I got it. The dude does not abide with the Perloid. Because of my generation, the Perloid reminds me of the cheaper guitars like when I was younger. Like, that's the way they would try to make them look fancy. A lot of those MIJ ones that were just, hot garbage had the Perloid pickguard. So to me, I equate it with not being of good quality, which is, nonsense, but it's just of my generation, right? We were just coming out of the sea change of crap like that. I don't know, Kramer. Jacksons look pretty good. Yeah, mother of toilet seat or bowling balls, right? Right. I mean, that looks pretty good. I gotta say. Yeah, it's a nice finish. I feel like it needs a binding, though. It's got a minimal binding, if anything. I like the color, though. All right, what else do we have here? Larry Carlton. I guess I missed the memo. Larry Carlton. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 new Larry Carlton guitars? Okay. 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 I'm trying to work with you here. But really? I mean, that's a good looking top. I'll give him that. That's a beautiful looking top. So is that. That's a nice looking top. But Larry Carlton. Ugh, I just don't get the connection. Other than, Larry's looking to come out with a line of guitars, apparently. That's nice. I'm not crazy about the price, though. It's a bit pricey. A Sweetwater USA exclusive. What do you think of the... Oh, thanks, Vinny P. Much appreciated, man. Exactly. My mailman has a signature guitar. It's almost like, what is that, like a foil painting or something? You know what I'm saying? I tell you, I like the Sustainiac. I'm a fan. Count me in as a fan. I like the matte finish, right? So you got the gloss of the body and the matte of the pickguard. It's a nice contrast. It works. It works. Right, I think they... Not a technique where they almost like... Put like a little saran wrap on it, right? So they're... Or do they hit it with like a sponge or something? Kind of good. Looks a little bit like a bowling ball, though. Is this the ebony? So the other one was maple. What's this? Ebony. Yeah, right there. Ebony. Okay. Right, so that's the maple with the green, and that's ebony with the red. And did they have? Not you, Larry Carlton. And the blue. You know what? I kind of like it. I don't hate this, which is my highest rating. Got the sustainer and not too. I kind of like the blue. I think it's a good look. Scooped back of the. Like back here. They scoop that back, and this is like a little shaved down. It's nice. What else do we got? New EB. That's a Ball Family Reserve right there. The Ball Family Reserve. Which basically means break out your wallet. Because that's their version of a custom shop. They had one of these. It was this exact guitar, the Axis, right? So it's going to have, I think it was a bird's eye maple neck like that, and it was pretty much the same exact guitar, but instead of being in this like amber, it was also a quilt, but instead of being this like amber from edge to edge, it was a green burst called Predator Green. And it was a matte finish and not a gloss finish. And let me tell you, I never wanted a guitar so bad in my life. Anything associated with Predator. Predator Green. Sold. But unfortunately, they're a limited edition. And so when you go to get one, you got to find one used if you want to get it for any decent money. You just saw what that goes for. They're very expensive. But they had one around like $2,300, and then they had another one recently that was like $1,800. But I talk myself out of that stuff. I actually think this is a gorgeous guitar right here. And it's not very expensive, $379. That is cheap in today's market. You know what it kind of reminds me of? The Focus 3000. Remember that had the matching headstock, also in the blue. Of course, the Focus 3000 had a pick guard, and I think it was the 3000 might have been single, double. But I kind of like the look of that. You get it in the purple, or you can get it in the red. No. The correct answer is the blue. No, not really bargain hunting. I'm just checking. This is all the new stock. This is all the stuff that was sort of announced like literally today. Right? It's all up on pre-order. The Ibbies. New Alexi guitars, huh? That was fast. You like the Pia? A pain in the ass. Is that a matte finish? Oh my God, I think it is. Wow. They did a matte finish Pia. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's like a. No, that's sateen. That's satin finish all day, right? Steve I confirms. In collaboration with Steve Vai for a sonically versatile guitar. Onyx black, yeah. Oh, they're saying it's gloss? They're saying it's gloss polyurethane? My God. You fire your photographer. Because he should know to bring up. I guess there you can see some spectral highlights, but not really. There you can see it, finally. There it shows it that it's gloss. Wow. Wow, that's a horrible photo. Where are we? Right there. Well, Squire Contemporary. What do you think? No? You'll poke your eye out, kid. A new J Custom. That looks pretty good. I think of all the ones we've looked at so far, I think this is still the one I sort of like the best. Right? Double, single, double. It's got the edge tremolo. I like the color. I like the big inlays. I like that it's neck through. I'd say so far this one's been the winner. At least for me. A bunch of Ibby stuff. So polar lights, so is polar lights a flip-flop? It looks like it is. You see how it's flipping a little bit at the edge? You wonder if that's a flip-flop color. Right, depending on the angle. Right. Oh, sorry. I screwed that up. Hold on. There we go. Much better photos. Nice photos. Showing off the spectral highlights. Thank you. That's how you show off a gloss photo. Gloss finish. Look at that. Undeniably a gloss finish. Gloss. Well, I oughta. Yeah, no. I don't think that's working for me. Although I have to say, it's intriguing. This Epiphone. So it's kind of weird because it's supposed to be mahogany, but doesn't that kind of look a little like flame mapley right there? But I thought these were mahogany. Maybe just a little some compression lines on the mahogany, right? Is it me? You know what I'm saying? Look at that. 61. Pretty good. Yeah. And what else do we have here? We already looked at that. The Mustaines are out of my range. Although I haven't given up on getting a straight up V. I think even the Epi Vs are really good because they don't stray from the original design. Right? Unlike the LPs and the SGs, where the headstock's a little different. The V and the Explorer and the Epiphone, they keep it pure, which is appreciated. All right. My hand's getting tired. That's the price of the 59 Epi. Are you sure? Because the 59 Epi might not be the price you remember. Epiphone. Epiphone 59 Les Paul. Yeah, 849. Yeah. Yeah, 850. I'd go Honeyburst, I think. Hold on. I'd go Honeyburst, I think. Right. I think that of these, I think I like the look of that one. Anyway. Me hand. It's always the Honeyburst, isn't it? Do. Hold on, I'm just going to kill some of these. I'm probably chewing up all kinds of resources. Though I do have, this is like one of my strongest systems. This is AMD. Ye old AMD. Actually, you want to see an interesting photo? Check this out. Hold on. So that's the Doulahan in the window. That's the pinkest it's ever looked. Right? It actually looks pink in this photo. Kind of weird. I was like, huh. Oh, damn. That sucks. The price of this Gen 4 PCI card just went up. It was cheaper earlier today. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this has got like 32 gigs of RAM in this one. And it's a 2700. Oh, well, maybe he wanted it. Maybe he wanted out. All right. Any mice in the attic? No. We never really get mice in the attic. If we're going to get mice, we get them in the basement in the first floor, right? They try to make their way to the kitchen, and the cats get them. The second we lose our cats, this house is overrun with mice. Then we get cats, and there's usually a killing period where they get taken care of, and then we don't seem to have a mouse problem after that. Yeah, exactly. No flooding in the attic. The only problem with the attic is that in the summertime, it gets ridiculously hot up here. In fact, these curtains are special thermal curtains to sort of keep it from getting too cold up here in the winter and too hot up here in the summer. But they made a huge difference. They probably knocked the temperature up here down by like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, at the peak of summer. But still, that just means it's 77 instead of 87. What's that? Why does it look like it's light out behind Steve? Because that's actually a light right there. That's a light in the window behind me. And that's a shade down on the glass to kind of reflect it back a little bit and kind of fill the room with light a little bit more. Yeah, DDR5. I'm a wait on that. I'm going all. If I was going to put together a 12th gen system right now, I would absolutely build it with DDR4. Just so much cheaper, and the benefits to DDR5 just aren't there yet. I'd go DDR4 all day. You're still getting such a performance boost in the chip to get the efficiency cores. It's still going to be worth it to move. I know that you want to get all the possible benefits of the new architecture, but I'm a wait and see on DDR5. Well, the only reason why the attic would flood is because the roof is leaking. We do get rain. We do get water from above, not just below. It does come from above. Haven't seen a mouse in 10 years. You have lizards, yeah. And they eat all the bugs, sure. Happy New Year, Blackjack. I am in the attic. My neighbor had squirrels real bad. They got like at the very edge of it, like what is it, like the soffit or something like that, and they got a board like just opened enough that they could crawl in, and he had a real problem. The guy right next door here, and he got him. He nailed it all up. He got it all straightened down. I'm doing good, Tone lives. I'm doing okay. It was just more like a problem with the smell and taste for like 3 days, 4 days. That was like the worst of it. Asus Intel 690 motherboards blowing up. Reverse installed capacitor. Great. Damn. Have you expanded guitar storage up to there as well? Well, I do keep, I got the one guitar up here, the Squire Telly, and I think that's the only other guitar that's up here. I did have the Doulahan up here, but I brought it back down and brought this up instead than the Doulahan. Nothing wrong with the Doulahan, but I was getting noise interference in it for some reason, but this guitar was quiet, so I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on with the Doulahan, but it was too buzzy. I said, I'm not going to do it. The family member bring you guitars like prisoners, get food left out at the door. Actually, yeah, that's kind of how it's been working. They've been putting together, food orders, and they just get all my food and put it down at like the third or fourth stair from the bottom, and I just walk down past it, pick it up, and carry it back up the stairs. And I have the fan over here blowing out so that when they open the door, the wind blows from their back up so that there's always a negative pressure up here. And that seems to have been working. Will you use the PRS on one of your live shows? Yeah, I've used it on many live shows. I probably haven't taken that out of the case in a little bit. I should get that going again. Yeah, I've been self-isolating. The problem with bringing the PRS up here is that it's a lot of things to bump into. That's why I brought this up, because I'm less worried if it gets a little banged up. Exactly. A sack of sliders, side of chicken rings. Exactly. Yeah, we did, they got Wingstop, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it'll do. Is it the Omicron? I think so. More cold-like than flu-like. Very mild symptoms. And quite frankly, I think it's 99% over. Yeah. Yeah, kind of weird on that nut, but that's what they did. I do not collect vinyl records. In fact, I'm trying to get rid of things like that, like books. So you can see them here. I got the magazines stacked up right there. I've been sort of going through my. There's the scanner. See it right there? That's the scanner. So I usually razor them up. I got a paper cutter. So I cut them up, and then I run them through the sheet feeder, and I scan them, and I get rid of the physical media. I'm all digital. It's a lot less clutter. A lot less clutter. Exactly, a biggie bag shrimp cocktail. Biggie bag. Will I ever have an action live? I don't know what that means. I'm live right now. Just tuning in. What is this newness? I'm in the attic. That's what everyone seems to be getting at. Lots of people get it. Well, it's apparently the Omicron one is super contagious. You know? So. Am I having a you up later? You know, the probability of me being up is actually probably pretty strong. Right? Sounds like you're on vacation. Only bad part is no taste. Yeah, I did have, I think one day, I think it was actually Sunday, right? Sunday was right, kind of like feeling a little chilly. Oh, geez, I can't warm up. Let me go take a shower and try and, you know what I'm saying? Kind of had cold symptoms, but it was really when my wife made coffee. And I was like, did you even press start on that? She's like, I did. I'm like, I don't think you did. I go in there, I go like, huh. Yeah, it's half full of the strongest friggin' Starbucks French roast, and I can't smell it. It's kind of odd. And she's like, yeah, but you've had a cold. You're all stuffed up. I'm like, no, I'm not. My nose is wide open. She's like, so what are you saying? I go, maybe I have COVID. She's like, oh, come on. And then 2 days later, tested positive. Omicron is not much smell and taste symptoms. You might have Delta. Yeah, you know what? Maybe. Although I know somebody that had Delta, and they didn't get their smell and taste back for like 5 or 6 months. So I'm thinking, you know, it feels like I got it back so quickly. And my symptoms were so minor. You know, I don't think I kept taking my temperature to see if I had a fever, you know. I don't even think I broke 100. You know, I think like 99.8, 99.9 was the highest I got. I don't even think I broke 100 once. So it's like, if it was a fever, it's a pretty low-grade fever. You digging this guitar tone? Yeah, this is, this is that Steve Vai amp. I kind of like it too. Exactly. I got a fever. The only thing that can cure it is more cowbell. What's the first thing you smelled? The first thing I could smell was the super strong apple friggin' smelling green apple detergent. I was like, oh my God, I can smell that. But that was about it. And then by the next day, I could smell a whole bunch of stuff. I could smell her making coffee down there. I could smell a whole bunch of stuff. But I wouldn't say it was 100%. That was like probably Thursday. And then yesterday, Friday, was up back 100%. That's a THU patch. It's always THU. People are always like, what are you running through? The answer is, and always will be, THU. Unless I tell you otherwise. If I come out and say, trying out new software, trying out a new amp, then you know. If it's not that, if I'm literally not telling you I'm trying out something different, it is always THU. There you go, a little New Year's for you. Any New Year's resolutions for 2022? Get sick less. Yeah, you know what? I want to play more guitar. I say that every year, but I just feel like, I always want to play more guitar, and then the weather gets good, and there's so many things that just have to be done to maintain a house, and I'm like constantly obsessed with like the weather to see like whether it's okay to put down fertilizer and bug stuff and just, fixing this and painting that. It just seems to be one thing after another. So right now is a good time because there's really not a lot going on outside of like, indoor stuff and guitar playing and stuff like that. And I will say that it was kind of refreshing to have a little bit of a set of brakes put on my pattern before, which was sort of hanging out in the basement and puttering around and doing crap. I've actually done quite a bit. Yesterday, I upgraded the switch backbone from 1 gigabit to 10 gigabit. I didn't wind up running the new cable. I just plugged in my existing cable, which was Cat 6, and it works. Apparently, my cabling system was strong enough that it could modulate at 10 gigabit because the two switches, it tells you what speed they're connected at, and they're connected at 10 gigabit on the backbone. And so while I had that done, I had two more 2.5 gigabit switches. Ethernet cards, and so I put it in the media server, and I put it in this computer here. So now if I have to I use this machine here to edit my videos because it's the strongest system I have. So when I copy something over from downstairs, instead of maxing out at about 112 megabytes per second, 108, 112 megabytes per second, I max out now at like 275 to 280 megabytes per second. It's much, much faster. Stop buying guitars 3 minutes later. Thank you for your order. Yeah, pretty much how it works. We've had 11 days of rainy, horrible mess. I've been rocking out all day. Yeah, you know what? We've been kind of stuck in the drizzle, too. Not that I've noticed. I've been sort of inside. I haven't left the house. Haven't really left the attic. Other than to go downstairs and take a shower. The best thing that happened yesterday was they all went out to go do something. Everybody went out, and I could go downstairs with a mask on because I don't want to, pollute the air down there. I went downstairs and just putted around and got a bunch of stuff done and brought a bunch of stuff up here. I brought up the network cards, right? I brought up a couple of things I needed to make the switch, and I primed the switch downstairs, for the 10G connection. So it was offline up here, but it didn't matter because there was nobody home. So then when I came up and I connected it, I was so proud of myself. It's like, look at you. Look at you getting stuff done. Become a better musician since COVID. You play constantly and love it. Yeah, it's like it does sort of like slow you down. You get all caught up in doing regular stuff, but that'll put a wrench in your in all your plans. I haven't seen the new Kiesel Guitar Builder. Their old one was kind of clunky, so it would be good. Now, my wife didn't offer to take my temp. She was like, "Get the hell out of here! Don't come around here no more." Exactly, the guitar addict's attic. The addict's attic. Yeah, I actually, I was so angry that I couldn't get the thermometer we have is this old in-ear infrared thermometer that's not very accurate. So I got this digital one, and I had another digital one around here too. Got a couple of them. That one. All right, let's see. How am I doing? If it's it has 3 different colors, right? You see that? That was green, yellow, and red. So if it's oh, that's green. That's pretty good. With an open mouth, huh? Oh yeah. 98.1. In the zone, bro. I do like the sound of these pickups. They are good. Yeah. I don't have a second cam up here. That's the guitar. That's a good question. I think these are 12. It seems pretty flat. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's a 12-inch radius, maybe 14. I think it's 12. These are headphones I had up here. Hold on, let me take a look. These are Samson SR 850s, 32 ohm, which is really the pro stuff is more like 250 ohm, right? It actually takes quite a bit of pushing to get the magnets to work. 32 ohm, that's more consumer oriented. Exactly, Ron. When you don't know the radius, go 12. Sure. It's a Yamaha, as you can tell by the tuning forks at the end. Hey, what's up, speaker? The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Just looked up Pacifica radius, says 13 3/4. Here you go, 350 millimeter. Yeah, it's pretty thin. Like the whole thing. It's light, too. Sounds pretty good, yeah. Well, they're DiMarzio pickups. They were smart to just, right, why even mess around? Just get a good brand that you know sounds good, and, you know, you're good to go. And so they just hired out DiMarzio to provide the pickups. I think it's a PAF Pro and two, I want to say HS1s, I think. Are the rest of them I think it's HS1, I think. I like that amp. Unfortunately, the pickguard is holding the single coils in on this guitar. And the switch. You guys got college games going on? See, college football is dead around here because we don't have a team. Massachusetts doesn't have a team, so, you know. Yeah, I'm from an undisclosed location. Not really. Oh my God, is that good coffee? That is delicious. I know I need more lights. I actually have a bunch of lights going right now, but it's still not enough. You're surprised how much lighting you really need to light up a scene. That's why I run the big lamp when I'm downstairs. You notice it when it's not going. Maybe You know, I thought about bringing a light up, but I never wound up going downstairs. And I was like, you know, good enough. Live from the penthouse, exactly. This guitar didn't run me anything. This was a gift. But I think if you went to go buy one of these used, I don't know, what do you think, guys, on a Pacifica 912? I'm thinking, what, $450? $500? What do these go for used? Are they $600? Are they more? Are they less? I'm thinking like $500. I was going to say $400 to $500. That's what I think. Used $100 to $200, if that? I don't think so. Not for a 912. You're confusing it with different model, not with DiMarzio pickups in it. You're probably confusing the 700 or the 600 or the 500 series, but the 900 series, the 912 or the 921, I think it's closer to like 500. I mean, you got 3 DiMarzio pickups in it. That alone is a couple of $100. Yeah, see, I think Michael brings up a good thing. Sometimes you find people really cheap because they don't know they made more expensive models, and that's absolutely true. They made a lot of really $100 to $200 models, you know. And that, of course, dooms the higher-end stuff, right, because people get confused, and it hurts the value of the higher-end stuff. But I think the 900 series, I think these were, you know, brand new, probably $599 or something like that. They weren't like, you know, $299, $399. They were more money. I want to say this is from. It's hard to date it, but if I had to guess, I'm going to say it was from like 2009. I think. I don't think it was. It's made in Taiwan. And so I think to be made in Taiwan, you've got to be made at the very least in the 90s. And so judging by the serial number, it was either made in the 90s or in the early 2000s. It's a little tricky. It's not a V112. This is a 912. 9. Noin. It's a Noin. 912. Yeah, no, these came with, and I think the necks were made in America, right? Who was making the necks for these? I think the necks were made in America, and they were getting shipped over to Taiwan and getting assembled in Taiwan, painted, finished, like final finish and assembly in Taiwan. I forget now, but it might have been Warmouth. Who was making these necks? Look up Pacifica. Pacifica 912. Yeah, Super Lee. That's what I had understood, that Warmouth actually made the necks for them. They would make them out in what was it, Washington State or Oregon? That's why they chose the company, because they were on the West Coast, I thought. and they'd ship them over to Taiwan. $785 on a reverb for a blue used with a Floyd, so that's probably the 921. The best BBE maximizer? That I wouldn't know. An overdrive pedal for a boost? I don't really use a lot of pedals. You know, I'm probably the last guy to ask for pedal advice. I don't know. I kind of like the... I kind of like that Seymour Duncan 805. You know, of course, the classic, Tube Screamer. Can't go wrong with those. Yeah, Washington. Yeah, right, Tony. Yeah, there you go. Washington, yeah. So you're right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a West Coast company. I remember all the guitars that are just numbers for names. It's harder. Like Ibanez does that a lot, right? The Ibanez stuff is like this ridiculously long number. They've been doing that for years now. Remember when they were just like the RG 560? Now it's like the RGC 5613, all these letters. It's really, really friggin' crazy. Oh, really? Warmouth did parts for Valley Arts as well? I did not know that. I almost bought an Ibanez this week. I was looking at a reissue Genesis. It was a white one. A guitar it looked exactly like a guitar I owned for a short period of time in the late 80s in 1988. I could not wait to get another one. I wound up getting my first one was the Violet Pearl with the Rosewood fretboard, single, double, right? The RG 560, but I wanted the double, and they had it in the RG 550. I didn't like their crazy colors, but one came in with a maple fretboard in white, and I was like, I'll take it. And I was all in on Ibanez. And I wound up like funding something else. I think it might have been the Gem, and I sold it. I wound up selling it to her, who still has it, and I'm still in touch with them. And so I would have bought the new Genesis one and had them come over. We could compare the one from 30 years ago to the one now, but it sold out. I went to buy it. It was up at, I think, $709, which is a good price for the Genesis. And I waited too long. I was hemming and hawing, and I should have just bought it. And I waited too long, and it sold. Another one will show back up again. You know, Ibanez serial numbers help, but you remember the Ibanez serial numbers are a year off, right? So a guitar that was delivered to a shop in January of 1988 or July of 1988 or September or November of 1988 will have a 1987 serial number on it. I don't know what their thing was, but that's how they worked. Their serial numbers are always a year off. So when we got the first round in 1988, which is so funny because when you look up, you know who knows about that is like the Ibanez Wiki, because when they show the years for the RG 560, they say 1988 to 1992, when it was really, the serial numbers were 87 to 91, right? They're always one year off. Yeah, BJC. if you dilly-dally, you fiddling, you diddling, and the next thing you know, you're like, all right, let me just look at this one more. Oh, look, site map. You just got site mapped. Gone. It's like, huh, yeah, I guess that was a good deal. See the new neck through Ibanez reissues. We did look at some neck through stuff earlier. If you missed it, we were looking at some of that. Do I have a? Is it this one? Yeah, it was. This was the one I kind of liked. Neck through. 7-piece neck. Nice poplar pearl there, kid. Again, I don't like that they don't wrap it around the edge, but okay. All right. Okay. Probably don't see that area anyway, but it is annoying. That fretboard is darkness, though, huh? Look at that. Looking pretty good. Look at that. I even got the web thing going up here. I couldn't get the audio to work until about 2 hours before the show started. There was almost no show tonight just because of technical problems, but I got it figured out. I got it sorted, as my British friends would say. Torrential downpouring in Maryland. I think that's heading this way. I think we're going to get some downpours, but I don't know. I've been sort of locked in the attic for so long. Got to look out a window once in a while. At least in the basement, I could look out on the cameras and see what it was like outside. You know, I can always look up at the security cams. And which really isn't for security. It's really just to see if UPS is here, if a package is on the porch. I kept missing deliveries because I couldn't hear them, or I kept thinking there was somebody up there on the porch delivering something, and I'd run up there and no one was there. And I said, I need to get a system in place because I'm wasting a lot of time, you know. And that really bring it out, you know. Whole family has COVID. It sucks. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm the only one. No one else in my family. We all took the test. I'm the only one who tested positive. Everyone else was negative. And again, you know, it's a good mic, no background noise, seems more quiet. Well, you got to remember, I use a condenser mic downstairs. This is a dynamic mic, a condenser mic. I almost brought a condenser mic up here. But you would have heard, you know, you would have heard the strings. Because it picks up everything in the room. So I wound up, the dynamic mic is much, much better. I'm sure it's much quieter. It's hot up here, though. It's 72 degrees. It's warm. What is it? It's 51 degrees out. It's January 1st, and it's 51 friggin' degrees out. It's like you can't even be serious. Oh, thanks, Tony. Much appreciated, man. You are too generous. Thanks for doing the show even with the Rona. Good to see Philly Vax can actually tame the pestilence. You know what? Again, I think I convinced myself that I was in for more hurt. I was worried about how long I was going to lose my sense of smell and taste for, but It all came back in just a few days, you know. I was really just more worried about other people getting ill. Hottest New Year's Day in the UK, too. Yeah, it feels really friggin' warm here. You had the windows open today? Yeah, I had the windows open in here, too. That's friggin' crazy. Yeah, we're having, like, I guess down south, like from Texas to Florida, they hit like 86, 87 degrees, something like that. It's like, that's a bit warm for January. Gospel Mark says, fully vaxxed, same here, and boosted. Still miserable, yeah. Wife was boosted and bounced right back. Yeah, so I wonder if that was the difference. My wife's boosted, my daughter's boosted. My son, we had him scheduled for Monday, but my wife is taking my daughter out to look at a college on Monday, and I don't think I'm able to take him yet. You know, I don't think he wants to get in a car with me. So I think we're holding off. I canceled it, and we're going to get him boosted. And like, I might schedule it for like another 2 weeks out or something like that. Ibanez Destroyer would be killer. Yeah, you know what? You bring up a good point. Yeah. Wow, 86 today. Wow. 15 in Colorado. Yes, see, you're on the cold side. So here's what I figured out. When cold punches down in the west, warm punches up in the east, right? And vice versa. When it's cold in the east and we're in total cold air, they're like having record heat out in the west, right? Because it's punching down the cold air on the east side, and that's sort of like punching up in like a bit of a swirl, the warmer air on the west coast. So you lost another friend to COVID. I lost a friend to COVID. He went pretty quickly, too. He was sick for about 2 weeks and never made it out of the hospital. He was my age. 82 in Tampa. Wow. That's crazy. 58 in New York tomorrow. Yeah, but I think we're going to be the same thing, right? We're going to be like really warm. And then it's going to take an absolute nosedive on Monday. I think a high of like 29, which is below freezing. Yeah, you know, Guitar Fret Zone brings up a good point. It's like you wonder what's going to happen with NAMM because Henning and Andy, the guitar geek, they booked their stuff for January, and then it got pushed out to June. And they had all non-cancelable, non-refundable, and they had to call up and sort of browbeat them, COVID, and talk them into moving it out to June. I think if it gets moved out of June, they're in trouble. Oh, thanks, Charles. Much appreciated. You know what? I've been, my appreciation for soup has gone up exponentially. Tubi has the Godzilla movies. Yeah, for us it's Comet, I think. It's over the air. And check this out. They're in full letterboxed widescreen, right? So I have a widescreen up here, and it's, you know, the real letterbox, like the real original. So it's like I when I was a kid, and it really did feel like Creature Double Feature on Channel 56 today, right? It's like I'm watching goddamn Godzilla movies on a rainy Saturday afternoon. And I think they're doing a marathon. But, of course, when I was a kid, they weren't letterboxed. They were full screen, pan and scan. And, boy, it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same when you get them in high def. They look real good. Soup is awesome. Yeah, we have a place that does like a chicken and rice soup with like lemon. It's like a Greek soup. Damn, it's good. Really love it. Yeah, Destroy All Monsters is on. That one's on tonight. And I think the Mechagodzilla and what's the other one? Megalodon, I think. Yeah. I was going to say Mothra, but I don't think so. What you want is Gamera to show up. Gamera. It's a turtle. They can shoot flames, of course. I do 29C AK-84 should be, wow. Damn, that's warm. I am feeling better. Oh, God, I love the coffee. It's empty now. Whenever we see a big flying bug, we call it Mothra, of course. Of course. Ohio State won the Rose Bowl, if anyone's interested. Ohio State. Rose Bowl. Oh my God, the toy cannons and the toy tanks, because they show like a couple of things that are real, but then the tanks are firing and you realize the guys on top are just like completely still right there, like little toys. Creature double feature on channel 56. All right, dudes. You know what? I would actually stay on longer, but my ears are hurting from these headphones. They're a little on the tight side. So I think I'm going to take a break and go recharge. And, maybe later tonight, when Kill All Monsters is on, I'll want to take a break and come on. You never know. I could be up late. And maybe I'll see you then. No promises, though. You never know. But I think we're going to call it a night. And I'll see you guys at the very least a week from tonight, maybe even back downstairs. But if I see you again tonight, it'll be here. All right, dudes. As always, thanks everyone for hanging out. Super mega extra thanks to anyone who contributed. Really appreciate that. And as always, mega shout out to my Mod Squad, #Mod Squad. And I feel like my voice is a little deeper on this one than downstairs. There you go. No, you rock. All right, dudes. I will, I'll see you guys, maybe. Did the Tone King just show up? Damn it. You might have to catch my later one. Did he really? Ah, damn it. I gotta miss it. All right, dudes. I'm gonna go take a little break. I have to pee. And, get these off my... Oh, no. Tone King. Oh, man. Dude, we should talk over the... over the cone of silence, over the private lines. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up now. Maybe I'll be up later. Who knows? We'll see. But I will. You know what? Give me a couple of minutes, TK, to I got to run down and pee and probably make a fresh coffee, and I will. I'll give you a ring. I'll give you a ring from up here. And there you go. All right, dudes. I am going to call it a night. I'm calling it. And again, this is the Steve I Am. I kind of like that amp. Thought it sounded good. I'll see you guys later. As always, thanks so much for hanging out. Rock on.